Okay, good afternoon, YouTube. Hope this video finds you well. This is Jason, aka Bit Junkie, here to do another video. Today we're talking USI Tech. The game plan was to do a USI Tech video and do a BitConnect video and alternate them just to kind of show my progress. The person that I signed up with USI Tech under told me that it's not a good idea to show my back office with USI Tech because there could be a problem with their rules or something like that. So I wasn't able to verify that this week. I've been extremely busy. So just for the sake of being safe, because I don't want them to kick me off their site, I'm going to stay away from showing my back office until we get some type of clarification on that. But I've been wanting to make this video for a while because USI Tech impresses me extremely, as you probably saw by the title of the video. So I want to talk about them. And as we look at the market, Bitcoin is obviously recovered from last week. I mean, I think it dropped down to $5,600, $5,700 last week, and we're clearly back on pace here. So that's good. But what I wanted to talk about, USI Tech and BitConnect are very, very interesting to me. Okay. First of all, the account with USI Tech is going well. They're paying me daily interest. It averages between 0.75% and 1.25%. They pay me in Bitcoin. So it's funny because like yesterday I made however much I made on my account. I think it was 0.97% yesterday. And today that same 0.97 is worth more because they paid me in Bitcoin and Bitcoin's running. And so over time you make more money just because they pay you in Bitcoin, which is pretty cool. But the thing I wanted to talk about concerning BitConnect and USI Tech that are very interesting is this is an evolution, I believe, of investing. Think about what we're doing. People immediately look at BitConnect and USI Tech and they say, hey, those things are scams because you're putting money in and they're paying you a certain percentage per day, and those percentages are higher than what typical market rates would be, so it has to be a scam, right? That's how it works. But you know what I'm actually finding out? What we're doing here is this is the evolution. Those companies offer financial services, both of them. And USI Tech is in the middle of their ICO. They're doing a coin offering for the Tech coin. And when you buy their coin, what you're actually buying or what you're actually doing is becoming a shareholder / investor into an international investment bank. Think about this. Their product isn't like Bitcoin. They're not trying to be a store of value or a currency. The reason for their coin is it powers the platform that they've created. It's a financial service. It's like buying a CD or some type of dividend paying stock. You know, it's an asset class, their coins. They're not currency. They're assets. And I think this is the way of the future. If you believe in a company, their coin will represent basically stock in that company. And BitConnect and USI, as it stands right now, are offering financial services, and that's the reason for their coins, which in my opinion makes their product something like, them like an international bank that I'm investing in. It's almost like I'm the Federal Reserve. Instead of going to the Federal Reserve and having to get a charter and raise money through investors, you go with international marketing. Sometimes it's multi-level, which has a negative connotation in some circles, but you use multi-level internet marketing to get your investors in the door. And you're taking small amounts of money, $100 or 50 euros in the case of USI. And so you're letting the everyday man basically sit on the board of the bank. We're funding them. We're the Federal Reserve without a charter. And Bitcoin is enabling this because they take the money in Bitcoin, which is an international currency that they can get money from everywhere, from the everyman, which is genius. And I think it represents a paradigm shift in the market. So for the first time in history, the regular guy is sitting at the table financing the bank. It's pretty cool, right? All right, so there's that. Then let's talk about USI Tech specifically. The reason I say that they could be the next Apple, and this is not hyperbole, okay? On the 28th of October, they had their annual meeting, and they unveiled a bunch of competitive advantage pieces. Okay. First of all, they have a hydroelectric magnetic generator. It's got a 17-year lifespan that produces energy at 90% less in cost for the electricity. Okay. So they can mine and market make basically for cryptocurrencies at a 90% less cost than their competitors. And this is a patent pending um, technology that they're using. Okay. And then the heat that comes off of the rigs, because they recently invested $70 million buying a new rig. And this rig that they bought gives them 1% of the hash power in Bitcoin all by themselves and 2.5% in Ethereum. Okay. And the heat that comes off of the rig, they're actually recycling it and using it as renewable energy that makes their efficiency run at around 95%. So they are in a market that's emerging. And if you want to know if it's emerging, check this chart out. This is the global chart, total market capitalization for cryptocurrencies, all of them. It's been a flat line, and look what's happening now. We were early this year, this is December 2016, I have it. We were at a market cap of $14 billion. Now our market cap for cryptocurrency is well over $218 billion. This is a growing, emerging, exploding, and what looks like to be a parabolic growth in a market. And you're telling me there's a company with a patented technology that makes their electricity 90% cheaper than everybody else's electricity. And they're doing that in a market that's emerging and growing into trillions. I mean, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure out the competitive advantage that gives you. And that's always the name of the game. When you start any business, the very first question is, what is your competitive advantage against your competitors? So the room for growth is uncapped, because when you can reduce your cost in electricity and it's a patented technology, there's no limits to how large you can grow, how much of the hashing power they can steal from all of the different cryptocurrencies. And then on top of that, they're using artificial intelligence algorithms to find the most profitable currency to mine on a day by day, hour by hour, minute by minute basis. So they're always in the most profitable coin. And that goes back to why their value is different than maybe BitConnect, who has an outstanding financial or mathematical algorithm that it's running off of, with tying their coin to the value of Bitcoin and it going up with Bitcoin and all that, the way they did it. But USI Tech adds to that by bringing a true brick and mortar competitive advantage into the marketplace in an exploding market. I mean, the ceiling for them is huge. And by them introducing their coin and using the same model that BitConnect does, they'll be doubling, tripling, or quadrupling their available cash flow. Because if you watch my other video about how BitConnect makes money with their coin, you may want to go back and watch that. I made that video 2 days ago. If USI Tech mirrors that on top of the competitive advantages that they have with this technology, there's no ceiling to how big this company can get in such an emerging and exploding market. I mean, I got to get my hands on as many of those coins as possible as soon as I can, because BitConnect's coin debuted at 50 cents at their ICO, and their coin today, I believe, I didn't look at it today. It's $300 almost. Look at that. It started at 50 cents last November. It's worth 600 times that today. And everyone calls BitConnect a scheme and a Ponzi scheme and a scam because they don't have a product. USI Tech offers a tremendous amount of transparency, and they tell you that their system, when you buy those packages with them, those profits are tied to the mining contracts. And when you look at what the competitive advantage they have in mining is, it's a lot easier sell than anything else. So I think the sky's the limit with them. And they're fully transparent. You know who their owners are. And I mean, I feel really good about them. And they pay you in Bitcoin. So I don't really have anything negative to say about them. And the accounts performed. I showed the account on my first video. trust me, we'll figure out what's going on as far as showing my dashboard, because I really like to be fully transparent on the channel. But I feel really good about USI Tech, and I need to buy more coins because I think those coins are they're not gonna go up to $300 a coin, you know, like BitConnect did as fast, because they have more coins. Supply and demand. I believe their initial coin offering is going to be 500 million coins, and there's ultimately going to be 1 billion that are mined. So the value of each one is going to be lower, especially initially, but long term, the company with those level of competitive advantages in a emerging market is a super exciting prospect. So obviously, I'll be putting more money in them. This is not an endorsement for you to do the same. Like I tell you guys all the time, you can follow me. You don't have to invest. Sit back and enjoy the ride and watch me do it. I will tell you, though, if you know how compounding works, every day you wait to invest, there's two things that happen. You lose more money than you anticipate from future earnings. And also, every day you wait, you're one day closer to the day that it doesn't work anymore. So in life, it's good to have good prompt action. Make a decision, set your risk level at which you can tolerate, and you go. That's the best way to act in investing. Do your due diligence, but don't hesitate, and don't have paralysis by analysis. You go. And I'm offering for you guys to watch me go. I'm in, and I'm going to do it, and we'll see how it turns out. And hopefully you guys will come along for the ride, and give me some good feedback on the way, and we can throw things back and forth at each other and see what you think. But I mean, this kind of growth market, to have an advantage in a market where 90% of the cost is electricity, and your electricity is 90% cheaper than the guy next to you, and you're investing $10 million a month in more equipment and expanding the size of your market to get a bigger footprint or a bigger market share. This is a company it's on the rise. And then you couple that with the algorithm that is BitConnect, which I think is what they're going to do by introducing their coin. They saw what BitConnect was doing, and they said, hey, look, with our transparency and our fundamental advantages in the market, if we combine that with BitConnect, the ceiling just flies off. I think that's what they're aiming for, and I think they're going to hit it if everything stays in place. So if nothing else, they are paying the almost 1% a day, and we're making money on that right now. So I'm growing my Bitcoin holdings. So I didn't want the video to be too long, but I had to get that information out. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'll be doing the BitConnect update video tomorrow. BitConnect's going swimmingly well, and we'll do another USI Tech update next week. And I'll try and sort out what I can show and what I can't show, but it's going good. No complaints. Hope the music isn't too loud on this video. I've already shot it, and it's probably 15-20 minutes long, so I'm probably not going to reshoot it if it's too loud. I'll just apologize, and we'll try and do better next time. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye.